It's December, it's freezing cold in Canada, and I'm sitting at the side of the road in a ditch. Why am I here? I'll explain in just a second. This is the perfect time of year actually to start observing and noticing things. I'm going to do a foraging series of videos, and one thing I wanted to show you guys that you can find right now really easily is this little guy. Does anybody know what this is? This is asparagus. You can find them really easily in the winter and the fall because they turn yellow. It's a little past where you could maybe see them from the road, but you can see that it's a yellow, it's quite a dark yellow color, and for the female plants you'll actually see berries on them. Right here are some asparagus berries. So one thing that you can do, and you have to be careful of, are spreading genetic material, but if you find a patch of asparagus and you know any damaged, depleted soils where there's nothing but invasive species growing, is maybe just help out the succession of that food ecosystem and spread some wonderful food for other animals. So what I'll do is I'll actually remember this area here, and I'll come back here in the spring. One thing I want to be very cautious of is, depending on where the asparagus is in the ditch, I don't necessarily want to eat it if it's really in the low part of the ditch, especially if there's rain runoff from the water. However, if it's far enough away from the land, and then also, obviously, I have a farm field behind me here. If it's on somebody's land, I'm not going to steal their food. This particular patch and a couple in and around it, I was noticing that the farmer was mowing over them all season. So I'm fairly confident that he or she will not mind anybody coming and picking a few asparagus in the spring. Now, if you do pick the asparagus, one thing to note is that the plant actually needs to go fern-like in order to survive for the next year. So you only want to pick it for about a week or two, and then you want to leave it alone. Let it go to fern-like, let it produce its berries and its seeds. You can later come by, collect them, maybe spread some more ditch asparagus to feed other wannabe foragers. So happy foraging. I hope you enjoy this video series. Always be careful with what you eat. In fact, as a disclaimer, I suggest you don't eat anything ever for any reason based on anything I said. In fact, just don't eat at all. Don't eat anything. That way you'll be 100% safe and you'll never get sick and die, right? If you ever do feel the urge to eat, then do your research. Look at my foraging intro guide video on how you can do a responsible amount of research to make sure that you're eating healthy, safe food. Thanks for watching.